Good morning, everybody. Happy Motivation Monday. Start you guys with a quick quote here by Ralph Waldo Emerson. It goes, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail," right? So we want to be trendsetters, guys. We want to be leading our own path here. And so that's kind of what this is jumping into today. So happy Motivation Monday here. Let's see. This week, we're going to go over our tips of the week. We're going to do our sales shout outs. This week, I'm going to go over qualifying a lead. And then a quick survey at the end there for you guys. Some tips of the week this week. The first one, there is a webinar tomorrow for Assurity Life. So they're available in every state except for California and New York. So it's a great product if you guys are selling it. Really, any state you're in, it can work. It's a viable option. So that's tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. So look out for that one. Also, guys, we keep pushing this, but open enrollment is only a couple months away. Don't procrastinate. Be the guy that's ahead of the schedule. Make sure that you're appointed with all the carriers, both for the ACA and for short-term, right? So make sure, go through all of your appointments, make sure that you're set up and approved, ready to go for the ACA carriers as well as your individual market here. So be ready for that, be aware of it, and be ahead of everybody on that, right? Cool. All right, so for our sales leaders, NatGen killed it this week. They were just almost every product NatGen was the tops on or pretty much tied at the tops on. So for short term, it was pretty much 50-50. Just NatGen just barely had a little bit more short-term sales. Foundation Health was tops for limited med, Plan Enhancer tops for accident, and then critical illness NatGen also came in tops. So obviously great plans there. We're loving those supplements. We're pushing those supplements. Great job there, guys. Dental, it was about a 50-50. Golden Rule NatGen, actually with the slight edge going to Golden Rule there, though. So good job, guys. Good job kind of writing both of those companies as well. So just awesome week. For short terms, we had Bill Cox was our #1 short-term guy last week, with Jacob Gordon and Blake Bowman also on the list. So great job there. Limited med, we had Aaron Ellison and Michael Winston. So good job there, fellas. And then accident, we had Don Trotter and Alan Katarski. So those were our top sales leaders for last week. A couple names I haven't seen before, so I love that always. Congrats, guys. Let's keep up the good work. Let's keep pushing, getting our sales in and across the finish line before open enrollment here as we're kind of getting started there. So now we're going to jump into qualifying our leads and why qualify our leads, right? And what are we doing there? So the big thing here is to turn a lead into a prospect, right? That is why we're qualifying. That is what we are trying to do, right? Because a prospect is someone who has the potential to become a customer. Your lead is just a potential prospect, right? So if you don't qualify the lead, you could be wasting your time with someone who literally can't buy from you, right? So that leads kind of the next point, right? Efficiently disqualifying your customers. We've all had that customer we spent way too much time on, right? Only to realize we couldn't even help them. If we would have just asked that right question up front, we could have saved ourselves time and headache, right? Time is money. So it's just important to learn how to disqualify your customers as well as qualifying them, right? And then finding good fit prospects. This is going to make or break your business, guys. Prospects who turn into your happy customers, they not only mean revenue, but they increase your word of mouth, right? They bring you referrals. If they're happy, you're going to be able to cross-sell them, right? So it's imperative you get it right in finding those good fits for you in your client base, right? So how, Nick? How do we qualify here, right? Well, so the first step is to identify your ideal customer. What does your ideal customer look like, right? Is it a young family of 4 with a clean medical history, decent incomes, and they don't really use medical insurance too often? Maybe you're trying to attack customers that qualify for subsidies. You just want to go for the subsidy market, sign them up for ACA, help them with all of that, and then give them supplements, right? Maybe you're coming from a cultural background, and so maybe you want to make your niche the Hispanic market or the Korean market, right? Find what your ideal customer looks like. It's going to make it much easier for you to know when you're talking to your ideal customer and sift through some of the bad, right? Uncover if they're unsuitable, right? This is just as important, identifying what an ideal customer looks like. What about if they're unsuitable? You need to be able to quickly locate those bad fit customers as part of your qualification process. Once we've identified that, you also have to have the poise to recognize and break up with that customer in a timely but professional manner, right? And so all this, both the good and the bad, it's all around asking the right questions to our customers and then getting our customers to talk, right? We need the customer to talk so that we can locate their pain. If we don't know what hurts them, we don't know what to fix. Everyone wants to tell you their pain, and everyone has pain when it comes to health insurance. Get your customers to talk to you. Shut up and listen. Ask them what they don't like about their health insurance or the options that they've been presented with, right? And then shut up. And then when they stop talking, ask them, what else? And then stop talking. Your customers want to tell you what hurts. They want somebody that wants to listen. If it's done effectively, you can locate the good and the bad customers pretty quickly, right? I've taken this pill. You've been through that. You know that prescription is actually going to be a really rough customer. Maybe you break up with them a little faster, right? Cool. And don't forget to faint, guys. What? Well, this is actually just a fun little acronym that's out there. Now, there's actually a lot of acronyms on qualifying leads, but the faint one's one I really enjoy. I think it covers all the bases. So the first one is the funds, right? Does the customer have the funds to make this purchase? So that's one of the first things that you need to qualify up front. What is their budget? What is their availability of resources to pay for this? What is the maximum they are looking to pay, right? Funds, very important. The next is authority. Oftentimes you got the husband as kind of the screener in a household, right? Sometimes sales offices, you have your screener position, screening calls to come to you to close. Well, households have that as well. The husband's sometimes that screener, but he has no authority to actually make the decision in the sale. That's the wife, right? Find that out. That's something you need to discover when you're qualifying this lead, to make sure that whoever has the authority to make the decision is on that call when you're ready to close, okay? Interest, right? You're not trying to force feed somebody here. If they need it, they need it, right? Why are they looking for health insurance today, right? What has them interested in health insurance today? Is it they just lost a job? Is it that they just want to see what kind of the prices are out there versus what they're paying? And so right in line with that is the N, is the need, right? Do they need it? What is the need, right? And so again, that's those qualifying questions, the pain points. Why are we talking? Why did you fill out this lead, right? What has us here? What is the need for it? And then the last one is timing. And this is something you guys have to find out. We've all spent that hour on the phone with a customer, went through everything with them, all their options, just to find out they were actually just trying to do their homework 2 months in advance to be ready for open enrollment, right? Get that timing. Find out, when are they looking to purchase? Are you okay purchasing this today if we've got everything that we need here? Like if I'm able to provide you the perfect product here that meets your budget, are you able to purchase this today, right? So often we forget about that. So remember FAINT, guys. Funds, authority, interest, need, and timing. Very, very, very important, guys. You need to make sure that you're covering all these and that you know all of these, because this is going to make you be much more efficient when you're kind of sifting through your leads, okay? Now we'll jump into some final thoughts here, guys. So the first one, and I kind of said it in the slide before, but it's to break up with the bad customers, right? We need to be confident enough in the products that we have and that we offer, right? And confident enough in our sales process that if we're able to locate the bad customers, don't chase them. Let them go, right? We've all had the customer that want to talk to you for an hour a day, every day, for weeks on end, right? Don't be afraid to break up with those customers during the qualification process. If you see the red flags, you have to ask yourself, how much are you going to make on the customer versus how many hours you're going to put in, right? And so it already popped up here, but the next one is create a gathering sheet. And if you don't have one or don't want to create one, go to Google or maybe ask someone that's been in the industry a little while to get a gathering sheet. It's a prospecting sheet is what it can be called, kind of anything you want, right? But it's the information that you're going to need to uncover during the phone call, right? So the prescriptions they take, who their doctors are so we can find the network, right? Medical history, when was the last time they went to the doctor, height, weight, address, all that stuff. So the trick is getting it uncovered in normal conversation, right? Without sounding too much like a salesman, like you're reading off a sheet trying to get XYZ information. That's the real trick on the gathering sheet. And so that kind of leads to the closure, right? Just asking the right question. Oops, sorry, guys. So asking the right questions, right? So if you're asking the right provoking questions, right, to get the customer to talk, you're not saying that much. Those questions can get your gathering sheet filled out for you with only one question if it's done right, right? And your customer won't even know that you're working through a sheet. Ask them open-ended questions. How do you feel about your health insurance? What are some of the things you don't like about your current or your last plan? And let them talk, right? If the customer's a little slower or maybe a little shorter in their answers, don't be afraid to be quiet either. Or to let them know you're listening, but to kind of get them keep going, right? Give them one of those, see if they'll keep going. Or maybe those, and what else? Right? The subtle, small little things like that. But where you're not adding too much to the conversation and just trying to see if the customer's just, being a little short, but actually has more to say, right? So you should be doing very little of the talking. Just let the customer go by asking the right questions. That's how you're going to qualify these leads and know right away, right? All right, guys, so that is our training for today, our Motivation Monday for today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, email training@ahcpsales.com. You can also call agency services at 877-228-8773. This is Trainer Nick Murillo, checking out from California. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys next week.